and welcome back to the KickNPost YouTube channel. We got a nice little FIFA gameplay for you guys today,
Yes.
talking about the recent move of Messi to PSG.
Possible. Still not official. But, I mean, as of August 10th, everything's pointing that way.
The inevitable.
Yeah.
Very sad day for Barcelona fans and La Liga fans in general, because El Clasico will not be the same ever again.
You don't think so? There's no Messi's coming up in the future?
No. Just looking through the players that they had on this roster.
On FIFA? Yeah.
On FIFA,
Kind of steep.
it's looking rough there.
It's kind of dead. Here I am matching your arm energy.
Huh?
But, I mean, when you hear how the story breaks down about how they lose him, it's honestly just, I feel like, very irresponsible of management. They put all their eggs in one basket from what I've been made to understand from a couple reports. They were expecting him to be able to, they were expected to be able to afford him wage-wise based on the deal they were going to be making to join the Super League. And when the Super League getting pushed back and that money not coming in, apparently they lost track of what La Liga's wage rules were becoming, which is wild to think that because they were joining the Super League, they just forgot all about the league they're actually in at the moment.
Right.
So that's what kind of led to, they don't have enough funds or enough space for him to sign, even though he said he'd take a 50% decrease on top of the 50% decrease he was already taking. You know? I don't know if you read those reports, but
I didn't read too much into it. I read that there's definitely been some backlash.
Yeah.
From players within the club, like Aguero, who signed there specifically to play with Messi. He is not
Messi
happy
recruited
at all.
him. From what I've been made to understand, Messi told him to come there after leaving City.
So I know he's like looking for a way out of his contract, which is, I mean, looks really, really bad on the club.
Did you hear what happened so far today?
I have not. Pen?
He's apparently recovering from a calf injury. Kind of wild. Calf injury occurred same week y'all are about to lose Messi to PSG, which we didn't even plan this, but the other team is playing as PSG, so kind of worked out.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, so things are already going up in flames for Barcelona as a club. They brought in Memphis Depay. I don't know if they could go back in history and kind of tell the future if they would still bring in a Memphis Depay.
Yeah.
They'd probably want to keep that money. Unfortunately, what's done is done where that's concerned. What does the roster look like now? What direction does the club go? Because he was the face of Barcelona football. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that's ever captured what it means to be a part of that team that is associated with those colors as much as Messi is, you know?
Right. And we got Messi right here. Goal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely had iconic figures over the years, whether it was Iniesta,
Deco, Puyol, Xavi.
Yeah.
They have
the
they
names
have
go
legends.
on, and he surmounts them. Surmounts? I don't know
Yeah,
if that's
it
the
is
correct word.
tenfold. Like nobody compares to the stats he's put up for the team. What he's meant to the team. He's been what's the story? He
When
quote
he was
unquote
13.
signed with the team
Yeah.
on a napkin in a restaurant when he was like 14?
13.
13?
Yeah.
He pretty much spent his whole life there. From boy to a man, matured there, built a family there, you know,
Hit his
played with a
roast
lot
book
of
there.
a lot of guys on the up and up there. So, and for something as negligent as wages and not paying attention to La Liga wage rules, to end that, it's not even really on his terms, because if it was on his terms, he'd probably be gone last year because of how upset he was with management. But
Right.
they righted the ship. They fixed all the issues they had, or so it seemed. And then something as it just I don't get it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I feel a lot of frustration in your voice when you talk about it.
Yeah, because
I
it's
know you're.
mismanagement. Like
Yeah.
I've it's not my number one soccer team that I follow. I'm a Man United fan first, but when I went through all the leagues, Barcelona was the La Liga team that I paid the most attention to growing up because of a guy like Messi. Um, you know, I was watching from the Messi and Deco days and Ronaldinho days, and the football was beautiful. And that's one of the guys you want to see kind of like retire in the jersey. You know, like not to bring it back to a different sport, but like a Kobe who never left the Lakers, or you know, um, for me, Francesco Totti who never left Roma. That's what I was expecting to see career wise for Messi, and it just seems like his issue was with management and how they mismanaged things before, and then in the end, it still ended up being the issue that forced him away from the club, not even based on what he wanted to do.
Yeah. And he said that in his presser that these aren't my terms. Like
Nah,
last year I wanted to leave, but this year I wanted to stay.
he was recruiting people.
Yeah.
Nobody who's trying to leave would be recruiting people. So, where do they go from here? I mean, the lineup's going to look a lot different, obviously. What the only exciting part as a soccer fan is if PSG runs out a trio of Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. Oh my gosh.
Well, the reports have been saying that Mbappe is leaving anyway. So
Well, will it be this year? They'll at least have a year of the trio, right? Like he's gonna
no,
play for Real, is what I've heard eventually. But
no.
when I mean Real,
The
I mean
report
Real
is that
Madrid.
he's leaving this window.
Really,
Yeah. Um,
if they
because
find money to sign this guy, like
there is no money
I was about to
for
say,
all three.
I already had the nickname ready
God,
to
I
go
keep saying
too.
that.
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah, I should have trademarked that. But since he's not even gonna be there, like, what's the point? Ooh, what a volley!
We're rolling
I'm
right now.
I'm really out here just dishing today. But tough to see, honestly. With them losing Messi, will they have money to sign a replacement? Because they don't have the money to keep Messi, but will they be able to find
I
someone?
mean, they'll definitely have money to sign somebody. Obviously, no player except maybe Ronaldo, maybe not even
Not even the same
this-
type of guy, though.
this stage in his career, like
You know?
amounts to what Messi is now.
This
and
is true.
For their fan base, nothing will ever be the same.
This
Like
is
no
true.
no player's gonna win the hearts of their fans like Messi did.
I'm
God.
thinking honestly of who they could like
Who's
attempt
available?
to go for. I also wanted to raise this question to you, as a Man City fan, and that being the team he was tied to last year when he wanted to leave. That signing of Jack Grealish, almost hours before we realized that Messi would be forced to go on the move. How does that make you feel? Like,
I feel fine about it. Strictly because Messi is more than $100 million. In
are they
wages.
even? But are they even gonna? Is PSG even paying him that much though?
I have no idea. I haven't
Because
seen the contract.
the number I heard hasn't been triple digits.
Really?
Yeah, I heard 2 year 49 million, is what was
Well,
arguably
the thing
agreed
is,
upon.
We paid $100 million for the rights to Jack Grealish. It wasn't. We paid Jack Grealish $100 million.
Yeah,
That was just his release fee. Messi was a free agent,
this is true.
so
Yeah.
I don't know how much his wages are. I heard it was somewhere in the millions a week.
Of course, I feel like every
Yeah.
soccer player demands that contract, no matter the level of production or anything at this moment. Especially, defensive players seem to get a bag, regardless of what they've done, just
I think
based
it's
on what they
rightfully
possibly
so.
could do. Yeah,
I mean, Ruben Diaz was Man City's biggest signing of the summer, not the summer, yeah, the summer last year, and he was like, I mean, he won Player of the Year.
I was about to say he was
So-
worth every penny.
Yeah, no complaints on spending big on big defenders, and you look at Liverpool the 2 years before they signed Virgil. I mean,
And
Oh
then
my
when Virgil
gosh.
got hurt, their team suffered tremendously.
Yeah, that was also on terms of other injuries as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
But he was the main one
big
for
part.
sure. The catalyst, per
Yeah.
se.
I'm looking at that PSG roster now from a Champions League standpoint. And I'm excited to see what they can do on the pitch. Now that you're telling me Mbappe's gone, though, who do they still have Icardi, or did they deal him yet? Because I heard he was supposed to be going back to the Serie A in a deal.
Not too sure.
I heard they were sending him back to I don't know if it was Juventus in a deal for what's his name, Dybala.
Ooh.
That's
Take
what
that.
I heard, like, circulating on social media. But with soccer news, it's very different than basketball, NFL, any of that stuff, because the
'Cause I
rumors
feel-
just go
yeah.
crazy.
Lots of rumors.
Like you have to deal with the country that the player's in, those rumors swirling. Then the country that the player that is from, usually, that country has rumors swirling, and then the country that the player is going to end up in, possibly. So all these different media outlets are just putting stuff out there, and it's hard to kind of like decipher
What's real and what's not.
who's actually got a source and who's just blowing smoke.
Yeah, who's chatting shit.
Yeah. So, but I wouldn't hate the Dybala for Icardi deal. I feel like Dybala hasn't gotten a fair shake recently. I mean, you sign a legend, so of course you lose your spot, but
I mean, they do play completely different positions. He's just never in form.
this is true.
Finish. Let's go.
Hey, I got me one. Griezmann was rumored to be on the move this summer too,
Yeah, he
and
ain't
Dembele.
going nowhere.
I don't
He ain't
think
going
either of
nowhere
those
now.
guys are going anywhere now.
Yeah, I saw Griezmann back to Atletico.
Yeah, for Torres, not Torres. Heck, am I talking about? The biter.
Suarez.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. That would be crazy.
Yeah, because then they just let him leave.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. But hey,
Barcelona has made so many bad moves financially. You can go back to
oh, that was so
Rakitic leaving on
free.
basically a free transfer to Sevilla, and they ended up winning Europa that year. Letting
Ooh.
Suarez go, and then Atletico wins the league, which seemingly doesn't happen very often.
Nope.
But I mean, I think they're the best team in Spain now.
Do you
I don't
think
think it's
it's
close.
accidental that Messi was mad with this team last off season?
Oh, looks like we got a rage quit here.
I don't think it's accidental at all.
Yes and no. Obviously, I don't know what goes through this man's mind, but personnel-wise, I would be frustrated.
Let's get it. We force that boy out of there.
PSG, though, since signing Messi, Champions League or bust.
I feel like it was that before, but there's no way it's not that now.
I mean,
Losing
they
Mbappe,
didn't even win the league last year.
they didn't, which is wild with how much money they were spending. But you saw what they went out and did after not winning the league. Got Ramos on the free. Who else did they acquire? They acquired Wijnaldum. They pulled him right from Barcelona, didn't they? Or was it the reverse?
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time?
Wijnaldum from Liverpool.
He is. Yeah, he signed with Barcelona.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
no, he was linked to Barca and then went to PSG. Right?
Yeah, PSG
Right.
swiped him. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So they got Wijnaldum. Now they have Messi. Depending who they put up front, which honestly, with Neymar and Messi playing, you could put you up front. I think it'd be
Probably
an elite
not.
trio.
Probably not.
So it definitely should be Champions League or bust at this point, if you ask me. And I feel like everybody's going to be held to that standard.
Do I think they actually win it?
Nope,
No.
I do not.
I believe they have holes in their midfield that they need to work out as well. Messi doesn't solve all problems, as Barcelona doesn't win every single Champions
Game.
League. So
Yeah, they struggled with Messi.
they don't
but
even win the
I will
league.
say, that this team is better built than Barca's, though, in my opinion. But I believe the winner of the Champions League will probably come out of England this year. I think it will be
A certain
EPL
blue team, right?
I mean, it's about time y'all won it, though.
certain light blue team.
It's about time y'all won it, to be honest.
Yeah.
You guys have been right on the cusp like so often. If it's not them, don't sleep on the German Giants either. I feel like they'll be back in the mix.
See, and I'm hesitant on Bayern, and we can get into this in another episode.
Yeah, we'll have more Champions League talk, but just to throw it out there.
Just a new head coach is going to be changing things up for them, and I don't know. I have to see it before I have like a strong opinion on it.
So you have to see him post transition, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because from Pep to Ancelotti to Niko Kovac, they struggled not to win their league, but in Champions League football, and even in their league, they had moments that it's like, what is going on? A team of this caliber should not be struggling like this. And
you're right. They definitely
even players in their system are never afraid to be like, hey, this is wrong. We gotta fix something here.
I feel like with them being your favorite team, we did pay a lot of attention to games that they were in last year, and they played a lot of falling behind teams that were way less talented. I mean, 90% of the time they had the talent to storm back in the second half, but they weren't playing that dominant style of football that we're used to seeing the last 5 years, 6 years, So it is something to be said about that. And then with bringing in new coaching, I don't think they're just going to be able to flip that switch that easily.
Yeah, but that's something we can get into on another episode. Do you have any closing thoughts on Messi and any closing thoughts in general?
If Messi's able to have us blow out a team 5-0 in co-op FIFA, he will be welcomed pretty well in PSG. As far as I know, they're rolling out the red carpet for him today as of August 10th. PSG
even though that
linked,
boy's still in Spain.
even though he's still in Spain, they're already waiting for him to show up. But PSG has been linked to renting out the Eiffel Tower. The last 2 times they rented out the Eiffel Tower, one was for Neymar, and I don't remember who the other player it was for, but it was always a big signing.
Sure.
Who?
I'm not too sure either.
Yeah, but the last one for sure was for Neymar, and they rented it out for August 10th. So I feel like today is the day. It's going to be something crazy that happens. He goes over, he signs his deal, and soccer will. It's not as big as when Cristiano Ronaldo moved to Juventus last year, because he has moved before. When he left Man United, it was kind of crazy, but it's definitely going to change the landscape of soccer for years to come. Like, it's just going to be so odd to see him in a different color jersey, but that's where I stand on this one. Hopefully it all works out for him because he is a legend.
I agree. I will say my parting comments aren't about the move. I'd like to say thank you to the people that tuned into our first video. I know it was, as of this recording, we're at 24 views, which is much more than I anticipated.
Right?
For our first video. And I told myself I wasn't going to say a lot, but here I am saying
I mean, this is we'll grow from it. It's cool that people are willing to tune into these early stages of things. Like, not to switch off of what we're doing right now, but the podcast is averaging about 6 to 7 listens per episode with very minimal promotion. People have been tuning into that, and I feel like that's very rough as it is right now. So we appreciate the support on the podcast as well.
Yeah, so last thing, just leave a like. Any constructive criticism you could add in the comments would be greatly appreciated, because we are looking to improve on this new platform.
Exactly. If you have topics you want us to talk about sports-wise, give us those as well. We're down for those types of suggestions as well. So whatever you guys feel like you'd enjoy seeing, we're willing to produce for y'all.
And on that note, all right, y'all boys.